Okay, this is the stream from earlier being restarted. It only been going for like 10 minutes, but the camera froze. So anyway, now we're gonna keep going and keep starting out with some higher time frame analysis and going top down. I am watching a lower time frame chart on the screen, prepared if we ever do get it. If we do get a trade, but we'll just have to see. I'm just taking notes right now, getting the group set up, getting the daily loss limit set up. So daily loss limit on these accounts is going to be what is it going to be? Yep, no news today. Let's go. Wait, I don't even know what the daily loss limit is supposed to be on this. Okay, I know. It's supposed to be 1600. Yeah. Okay, I just set those up. Daily loss limit set up on that. Let's make sure these daily loss limits are set up correctly. Okay, copy trading is set up. Alright. Okay. Cool. So I'll set up my personal account and the other one in just a second. Let's go to lower time frame chart. See if there's anything interesting. Okay, first let's screenshot this, put it in the Discord. Right, so we will form an RTH gap to the upside. But also we could be having CRT to the downside. I don't know. I don't know if I'm bullish. I don't know if I'm bearish. I'm just observing price action. I'm just honestly, I might be bearish. I might be bullish. I don't know. RTH gaps. Below, we also have so yeah, we have, let me show you what I'm writing out here. So we have RTH gaps below, but we also have an RTH gap that will form above. Yeah, it's possible. I'm gonna mark out. It's possible we have a higher time frame CRT. Let me check. So it's possible we have a higher time frame CRT. I mean, the daily one's not super obvious, but I don't know if it's super obvious. Like, I guess this is a CRT, huh? So now we could maybe draw down to this low, and then past that, eventually this low. I don't know, but this is just, so yeah, kind of a 12-hour one, right? Yes, you are, bro. Yes, you are. We're locked in, man. We're locked in. So, to be determined, my bias, I'm still kind of deciding. Just kind of gathering information right now. I don't really know yet. I'm just getting information. We're obviously moving down pretty aggressively here. Oh, yeah, you can't see the chart. So, to be determined, my bias right now. I'm just marking out things I see. I marked out we had a 4-hour gap here, right? That's bullish. Marking out there's kind of this CRT. It's not the most obvious thing in the world. That's bearish. What price is that low target? 967. 25,967. So that could be a target. Possible CRT. So I'm gonna mark this out. Yeah. So yeah, once again, bias still to be determined. All right, back to the other screen. So yeah, look at that. Wow. But then remember, guys, that we will form an RTH gap to the upside. But that's crazy how much displacement we got there. One thing that will help us with identifying this kind of stuff is marking out true opens, saying where did we manipulate midnight? Did we manipulate true week open? These are things that help us in determining like what could be the bias, because it tells you where's the manipulation happening, which way. It honestly looks like manipulation occurred literally right after midnight, right? We got a little tiny wick above midnight and then we went lower. We're 7:30. Same thing, right? You see this, how when we're hardly getting, wow, right? Immediate sell-off after 7:30 and after midnight, both. So that kind of helps us say, okay, maybe today is just a really bearish day. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'm still getting information. Let me know what you guys think. But clearly, the true opens helped us identify, like, yo, this was manipulation. This was manipulation. But once again, still kind of getting information here. So, back to the screen. True opens were swept to the upside. I don't know. I'm just kind of marking out things I see, guys. As far as trades go, yeah, daily bear CRT in play as well. Yeah. Looking like we're that CRT could be starting here. This could end up being a very devastating CRT. Remember, we have RTH gaps below here and here. So if it wants to go fill those, it will mean business, and it likely will go fill those. We'll just have to see. Where is the true week open? So true week open was all the way over here. So yeah, I think it's fair game to say we should rebalance to the true week open at this point, right? And now we have this, which is like the data low of FOMC, huh? So that's probably a draw on liquidity as well. Where's Monday, 18 o'clock? So we might be rebalancing to the true week open. Because reality is, even if the market wanted to be bullish at this point, it'd probably want to sweep true week open. The open of the CRT candle on S&P is also the true open. Dang, yeah. So that very well could be a draw on liquidity. We have what is this called? This is essentially data low. Why? Because it's FOMC, right? So data low right here. So very well could be drawing lower. Still just gathering information. So once again, RTH gaps to the downside could be the draw, but we do have an RTH gap to the upside that is going to form here pretty soon. So yeah, this was obviously AMD here, right? Accumulation, manipulation above 730, and then distribution. You see why I like True Open so much? It helps out with understanding what's really actually going on. A lot of people probably took this long and got wrecked. That's why I like to wait for the True Open. The True Open is going to form, and then it's going to tell you where the manipulation's happening. So, once again, for those who don't see it, like accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. And the True Open helped us with that. And then we could also go down to an even lower time frame and say, okay, what's the 22-minute True Open, right? 22-minute True Open is, what, 7:52? I can't even remember. And I meant 90-minute True Open. 7:52. And so now you see why I like true opens, right? Because now all of a sudden, now we can clearly see, okay, we swept out those highs, we broke out that low. Here's a volume imbalance in the 2022 gap. Actually, this is a what is it called? Suspension block, because we have volume imbalances on either side. Oh, that's sick. Okay, so we went right above 752 into the suspension block. That was on the 2-minute. Yeah. That's crazy. You see how precise that is, right? So this is the suspension block. For those who don't know what it is, it's the new PD array IC talked about in the 2025 mentorship, and so far I'm really liking it. Basically, it's a candle that's got a volume balance above it and a volume balance below it. So kind of like a fair value gap, but essentially a candle is suspended in between two volume imbalances like that. Boom, one volume balance on top, one volume balance on bottom. So that's suspension block. And I've noticed them to be pretty nice, so I use them. Once again, I observe the market for myself. I don't just blindly trust anyone, and if something makes sense to me, then I use it. So I don't overcomplicate it. I'm not overcomplicating it just because I use a suspension block. It's just because they work, right? So I could go onto the 10-second, and you could look for 10-second change in state out of this, and oh my gosh, would you look at that, right? If you took a 10-second change in state out of this, you would have banked, bro. You would have, holy crap, you would have banked. You see why it's all about lining time and price, right? So we had higher time frame AMD and then lower time frame AMD. So liquidity sweep, break of structure, suspension block, change in state out of it. This is why I don't give up on trading, man, because you can see here clearly this is not hard to catch. This, I mean, objectively, it's not hard, but you'd have to be there. You'd have to be there at that time, and then you'd have to take it with conviction. That's not easy to do. But this is why I like true opens. This is why I like all the other stuff. It's just helpful. So this is like a, here. I'm kind of, this is more feeling like a backtesting stream now. Yo, we actually kind of just maybe broke out the low. That's kind of sick, though, you have to admit. Okay. We'll try and move on with it. And then all this was LRLR. That's crazy. Look at that crazy LRLR run right there. My gosh. First, as usual, bro, you're not first. But we love you, Kirk. We love you. So you see how I'm framing this model? This is like a liquidity sweep. I should really be looking at current price action, I know, but like I'm getting kind of distracted with this. We broke out this low. Or maybe mark it out like this. I don't really care, right? It doesn't really matter. And then the suspension block. And then, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is like happening right now. I don't know. I'm not really convinced of anything yet. I'm gonna screenshot this. I don't even know. I'll put it in the general channel, just like, yo, look at how nice this was. Okay. in the Jake journal. Observed this nice CISD off the suspension block. Off. Okay, we're getting distracted. Let's take a look at current price action because that's why I'm here, right? I'm not here to go look at, oh, let's go back test all this because it's cool. It's cool price action. Obviously, I wasn't awake for it, so I couldn't take it, but it's cool. Objectively, it's cool, but we got to focus on now. Where's the opportunity now? Okay, so we're obviously below 730. This is going to be the data low. The data low, I feel like we probably need to go to the data low. As much as I want, I think we'll continue lower. I just don't think it's bullish. So 922, we have not got that yet. So I need to wait till at least 922, honestly. Because I need to see that manipulated to the upside and then look for a short down to the data low, probably. And then eventually, maybe you could leave a runner for 18 o'clock. Once again, though, I'm just going to be taking trades and being content with. I'm going to take a trade, be content with what happens, and not be emotional when something happens. I'm just going to accept it. I'm going to accept it, whatever the case. I'm going to not be emotional when I take a trade. So, yeah, once again, I'm waiting for 922 to form. But yeah, guys, I made the decision earlier today, actually last night. I talked about this in the beginning of the stream before it reset. I'm making the decision to try and start some healthier habits in my life. I've honestly been slacking at the gym. I've been slacking on health, like not eating correctly and putting the right things in my body. And I'm realizing I don't know. I'm at the point I'm struggling, but I just need to keep going. I don't know how to explain it. It's going to sound bad the way I explain it, but I'm already struggling, but doing things like that to make myself feel good does not end the struggling. So I might as well put myself in and keep locking in. I don't know how to let's explain it. Anyway, guys, I'm just trying to be healthier. That's number one. I'm just that's my goal going into November here is I'm gonna try and keep my myself healthier. And then two, what's the other thing? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be emotional in trades. So when I take a trade now, I'm gonna click the button. I'm gonna try and just be so chill. I'm gonna be chill. That's the goal. I want people to come watch my streams and be like, how is he being so emotionless? And that's the end goal, right? I want to get to that point. So yeah, I don't know. Random rant there, but I kind of need to focus on being healthier. And so I'm coming to that realization. We're going into November. I need to make this happen. So once again, I'm not convinced of anything yet. I want to see the 922 True Open form. I want to see the first presented for value gap. Could you imagine we get first strike to the downside? If we get first strike to the downside, that's going to be the trade of the day. Targeting, what's the CRT low that we talked about on the 12-hour? Right, so these are kind of our targets right now. We have FOMC data low, Monday 18 o'clock, and what is this? It's 12-hour sear too low. So 15-minute for value gap here. This 15-minute for value gap will overlap with this bottom of this down close candle, which, you know, breaker for value gap. We could look for 1 minute change in state out of this. Once again, I want to see 922 manipulated. We already manipulated 730 all the way up there. We already manipulated midnight all the way up there. So now I kind of just need to see 922 get manipulated, and then maybe even the 22-minute true open, like 928. That would be extra confluence. Honestly, guys, I'm realizing, like, I think 22-minute true opens, that's the sweet spot. Going lower than that, like, I bet it works going lower than that, but you don't need to. I think 22-minute true opens is the lowest you need to go. But I think that, you know, that keeps you sane a little bit without going into, like, 6-minute true opens and 1 minute true opens. Because, bro, I did that for a bit. I think I just like the 22-minute ones and then calling it there. So once again, I wasn't convinced of anything. I think we got to come up to this 15-minute breaker for value gap combo. And then hopefully the first presented for value gap forms. Then hopefully, honestly, I want to look for first strike today. Not look for it, but if the opportunity presents itself, that'd be cool. I honestly lost my train of thought. I was thinking about something. I was gonna write something down in my notes. I forgot. I need to get the accounts, rest of the accounts pulled up. Okay, Tradeify accounts pulled up. Let's make sure the daily loss limit's set up correctly in here. Trying shorts at 26,153. Yeah, that probably won't be bad. Okay, so Tradeify account is set up. Top Step accounts are set up. Apex accounts are set up. Now we set up personal. I don't even think I might not be able to take a trade on personal, but yeah, we'll see. Okay. Alright, personal setup. If I ended up being able to take a trade on there, which I don't know. Okay. Once again, waiting for 922 did form. So, okay, 922. This is exactly what I want to see. I want to see us maybe form a Judas swing to the upside and then continue lower. Now, could there be a case? Could there be a case for us to be bullish? I don't want to get tunnel vision. Could there be a case? Is there a higher time from SMT? Like, I just don't want to get tunnel vision because I swear I hate getting tunnel vision. It's so bad. So let's just look around. Is there any reason to think it could be bullish? Maybe it's a reclaimed gap. Yeah, we have a 15-minute gap here. And it's been reclaimed now. Oh, yeah, you can definitely see that that's what's going on here. So we have this 15-minute reclaimed gap. And we probably got a 1-minute 2022 model out of it. Yeah, you can see... look at this, right? 15-minute reclaimed for VIA gap. And then 1 minute for VIA gap and discount. Probably at OTE. So I'm gonna measure out this displacement leg. Yeah, so right at OTE. We could be bullish due to little or no manipulation above midnight open, I think, but not now. Maybe during PM or London close. Yeah, I don't think it'll be bullish either. I just want to always want to be able to play devil's advocate for what I'm thinking. Because this, technically this was 2022 model, right? We got a nice displacement up. Displacement, I'd consider this the displacement leg, the initial one. And then we have inducement at OTE right here. So this is 2022 model. Inducement of this low. And we could go, honestly, we could go 4 projections of this. You get what I'm saying? So we might need to go all the way up 4 projections here. It's like, I just don't know if we'll be bearish quite yet. So 4 projections. Interesting. So one thing that's a possibility is maybe a third retest of this 2022 gap. Once again, I'm not bullish. I'm just kind of watching to see kind of what happens here. So yeah, inducement there. I mean, maybe even another one right here. It's possible. You know what? This is possible that this is happening again with this gap. So I think we'll go up actually. So look at this, right? We had a displacement leg breaking this high, retraced back to this 2022 model here with this 15-minute reclaim gap. Once again, what's this? This is a 1-minute change in state. Oh, you know what just happened? You know what just happened is we tapped the 1-minute change in state. The market just open? Yep. Once again, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced either way right now. Nothing's obvious. But what I was saying is this could have been an inducement. Yeah, see, this is why you want to wait for market open because, you know, it's gonna be the true manipulation. So all of this stuff was just kind of arbitrary until market open happened. And now we're getting real price action here. So once again, FOMC data low could be the draw here. And then we'll have a Monday 18 o'clock, which I think will be a place we might want to rebalance to eventually. And then we have a 12-hour CRT low here. All of those things could be eventual targets. Once again, I kind of wanted to see us get a Judas swing up into this area right here, right? Judas swing up there, then look for shorts to go lower and target those draws and liquidity down there. That's kind of what I would like to see. And then that would be nice. It'd be nice A, M, D. Right now, we do have somewhat low resistance highs there too. So that's something to consider, right? We do have low resistance highs above. Okay, so this is change in state. This could end up playing out. I don't know. I just want to tape read this. But we have low resistance highs up there. Because once again, if we're going to make a Judas swing, I want to see a Judas swing up and then a move lower. But maybe that won't happen. I don't know. So once again, now we might need to sweep out the low. Who knows, right? This was not an obvious trade. I was just want to mark it out just in case it plays. Oh, I guess it's only on the 15-second. Oh yeah, I thought that was the 30-second to be honest. So yeah, once again, the true draw on liquidity is the FOMC data low. Once again, I just wanted to see us. I want to see us form a sell model up here. Is kind of what I wanted. So I guess we're just super bearish. So then also, what happened here, guys? What happened here? We had 928. 928 right there. That's the 22-minute true open. Then what happened? We manipulate both of them, right? Oh, that's a great question. That's a great question. We manipulate both of them. Look, right? This was high resistant liquidity, actually, at this time. And we induced this high above both of them, right? Kind of cool how that happened. You see that? Now, in hindsight, it was really obvious. We just got to keep getting better until we see this live. But you can see how this was high resistant. We induced the high above both true opens. And then we went lower. Kirk and I made a name for this. We call it the What did we name this model, Kirk? The Vol model, bro. We named this the Vol model, where basically you find the true opens, you find a place where it could induce into high resistant liquidity, and then you induce it above the true opens into the high resistant liquidity. We called this the Vol model. But we've seen this happen quite a bit, haven't we, Kirk? Where you'll get an inducement into high resistant liquidity above true opens, and it'll often be a pretty nice soup. Yeah, oh, we gotta look for the first percent for value gap. 929. So that's not the first percent for value gap because that includes the 929 candle. So yeah, that was Vol model right there. Unfortunately, did not see that live. Would have been cool if I did, but I did not. So now we hit that draw on liquidity, that FOMC data low. Next draw on liquidity, Monday, 18 o'clock. And then 12-hour CRT low. Yeah, we never got that move higher, and I guess it's just because, yeah, when the market's expanding, it just wants to go where it wants to go. But do you see what I'm saying about the high resistant liquidity stuff, right? This was obvious. This was high resistant. We induced the high above the true opens, and then delivery lower. The FOMC data low. So theoretically, all right, there we go. Monday, 18 o'clock is taken now. All right, probably drawn to the 12-hour CRT low pretty soon here. But yeah, in the future, guys, I might be open-minded to taking a Vol model, because I've seen this happen quite a bit. And basically what'll happen is you have the true opens, you have a curve that is high resistant against the drawn liquidity, which in this case was the data low, right? And then you induce into the high resistant liquidity to target the actual drawn liquidity, which is the data low, above the true opens. I've seen this happen quite a bit, so. And you could stop above the high and then target the data low. That's 8-1, right? So this was I'm gonna write this down. Let's get rid of the breaker for value gap. FA must be balling right now, probably. And there we go. This next drawn liquidity was hit. I don't know what to say other than, like, we knew the drawn liquidity was lower, which is kind of cool. I didn't see an entry. That's okay. I'm just here to just show up, and if I see something, then great. If I don't, then fine. But I'm not gonna force a trade if I'm not seeing it. I mean, there definitely was probably some kind of breaker for value gap there, but we'll look at that later. So I'm gonna take note of this 929 Vol model. This was today, so this was Thursday. Um, 929 vol. And this was on the 32nd. No higher time from PD Ray. Hey Jake, how are you, bro? Dude, I'm good. How are you, Jill? Right now, we're just watching and waiting. We talked about how all these things would likely be draws on liquidity, and they did become draws on liquidity. I was talking about how, like, why this happened the way that it did. This was high resistant. We had both the true opens. We induce a high into this high resistant curve above the true opens, and then we go to the true draw on liquidity. And Kirk and I, this is a behavior that we've occurred in the markets a lot, and we call this the vol model, because there was like a little mouse rat thing, and apparently it was a vol, and it was stuck in a window in my mom's workout room over there, and I was like, yo, and that's right when we discovered it, so we named it after him. And it makes sense because they like to dig, and it's like digging into the high resistant liquidity to go the opposite way. That's why. Okay, guys. What? This is lame, man. This is so lame. We had all of the draws and liquidities laid out and everything, and it's just like, yeah. We're gonna keep going lower. Hey, we have a really nice low resistant lows here. I don't know if we'd go there, but we do have those. What up, guys? How's it going, Shuba? We're just chilling, watching, seeing if we'll get anything, but unfortunately all of our draws and liquidity just kind of got hit. We do have these low resistance lows here. At this point, it's pretty clear, like, we're going to go draw to those RTH gaps. So let's get those RTH gaps pulled up. Yeah, no reason to stress. No reason to stress about it at all. And I'm also going to pull up NDOGs and NWOGs. So we have this NDOG here above the true week open. Oh, now that is a recipe that I like, man. Oh my gosh. I think maybe even just a low time frame change in state out of this could cook. This could cook. Right? We just back test the NDOG and then deliver lower. Just a low time frame change in state out of this could cook. Once again, LRLR there. That was looking nice. I want to see where the RTH gaps are once again. Okay, we filled the first RTH gap. So you guys see how that first RTH gap became the draw. But we got more. We got more where that one came from. We got one down here. And we got one here. Right? We got two more. If you're a degen, you could target the bottom one. Filling. But I'm not suggesting to do that. Alright, we actually are getting close to that NDOG. Heading back to the first one for value gap. Ooh, let's take a look at see where that is. I don't know if we're gonna get past the NDOG here, to be honest. Because it's right above the true open. See this? See how the New Day opening gap from before is right above this true open? I don't know, man. This is gonna be like, I'm thinking this might be sensitive here. ATR. What's ATR? So this, I would honestly consider this like a 1 minute end dog because it's so small. So you'd probably want to take like a 15-second change in state out of it, which sounds crazy, but I would not align this with like a, I don't know. What I've discovered about end dogs is aligning it kind of just depends on the context uh, and how big the end dog is, and so you just kind of have to use your common sense to figure out what aligns with it because it's gonna be different every time. So, but just kind of like use context to determine. In this case, I think it'd be like probably like a 30-second or a 15-second change in state that we would need. But yeah, end dogs, there's like no align time from change in state. It's just like you just kind of have to use context. From what I've seen, maybe there is, but like the big ones, because sometimes it's really big and it's a higher time frame one. You know what I'm saying? So that's the issue. Sometimes it could be like really big, sometimes it could be small, so it's different every time. And so that's why, for me, for my backtesting, end dogs are gonna have different align time from change of states. At this rate, yeah, I think we will need to drop more. Just measure from 930 where it is now to see the percentage move. That's crazy. Alright, we're popping into that end dog. Let's see if we get a reaction. Once again, we got the RTH gap below. We got both RTH gaps below. So, oh, we're pushing through it. Okay. So we are pushing through it. So maybe it's actually maybe it's going to become bullish, right? Remember, this was the CRT low. Remember, we talked about this. This was the final draw on liquidity in the short term. I don't know. We're just... What? Wait, what did I say? Wait, what did I say to get that's what she said out of Kirk? I don't know what I said. Oh, we're pushing through it. Yeah, so this thing, this is why you would want to just see if it reacts, and it didn't, so it could have. It didn't. Where's first percent for value at? We're getting closer. What a crazy void. Is there a new true open yet? Yeah, is there a new true open yet? What would be the next one? Let's get out our line tool. Oh my gosh, guys. The next true open is 951. Okay. Watch 951. And then once again, we are below the... Not 752. Why did I mark 750? Oh, it wasn't. Wait, what? Oh, I'm on RTH. Oh, what the heck? I was on RTH. Dang! Well done, Kirk. Well done. So yeah, we're below. We are below the true open here. This could actually reverse. Well, let's look at the first percent for value gap. Let's see how we interact with that. Honestly, we'll probably keep in the higher time frame. The higher time frame will probably keep delivering to those RTH gaps at this point. Maybe, I don't know. No 951 yet. W. I guess let's look at the higher time frame. Kind of make sure that this like if it is gonna reverse here, like would it make sense? Would it make sense? I mean, if we balance, sorry for all the mess on the chart, but this is balanced to discount of the higher time frame range here, and this will be a what, like a 4 hour for value gap. So it could reverse here in the short term. It's also implied 1 hour gap. So let's get rid of this now. So the beauty of this is we took the true week open. Inverse for value gap at first presented. Oh yeah. First presented gap right there. 933, 935. Oh, and 951's about to be there. Okay, we could look for first strike out of this to the upside. So I would want to see this low get swept and then close higher probably. I might take this. But I would need to see it swept. And when you take the true open, and then what is this? It's likely going to be like 0.6 risk. So 0.6. So apex would be 72. Dang, man, maybe we won't get it. Good thing I'm getting faster at calculating it. That's cool. Man, okay. So yeah, you could have taken that as a first presented for value getting inversed. Actually, that would have been perfectly fine. I kind of wanted to see it back tested and then first strike. So, honestly, guys, if you took this, good job. Anyone take that? I'm curious if this will stay high resistant. Now we are above both true opens. Oh, there it is. 951. Ooh, this is getting interesting. This is getting interesting. 951 and then 922. So what if this stays high resistant? We're getting SMT. Oh man. Oh man, this might stay high resistant. Could you imagine this thing stays high resistant? It's a thought, right? It's possible. A lot of people are probably going long off of this inversion here, and they're like, wow, we're going to go to the moon. Yeah. Nice, bro. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I don't regret not taking it. It's fine. I don't regret not taking it, because I would have preferred to take first strike. Okay, this actually might be low resistant. I don't know. What do you guys think? High? Yeah, I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? This could be low resistant, actually. I really don't know. It could be high resistant. It could be low resistant. What do you guys think? Everyone put in the comments, in the chat. You guys think this could be high resistant or low resistant? Alright, looks like it was low resistant. Wow, what a crazy reversal. So it looks like things are getting bullish now. At this point, right? Looking like things are getting bullish. We took out the 12-hour CRT low once again. What is this? This is it's a 4-hour gap. It's also a 1-hour implied gap. So we are getting a 5-minute change in state of delivery here. You could enter on the 5-minute change in state close and then target this LRLR. We just got it. We just got the 5-minute change in state. Oh, and remember the new RTH gap formed to the upside? Oh, yeah. Oh, we're probably going to fill this, guys. Okay, so this is the new RTH gap. So this is the immediate draw on liquidity now. It's the new RTH gap. So you could take this 5-minute change in state if you want. I'm probably going to look for low time from entry. So I want to... yeah, I want a low time from entry. First percent for vibes all the way down there. Once again, so how could you take this as a higher time frame trade, right? Well, we took Monday true week open. We're below midnight. We're below 7:30, and we got the 5-minute change in state. Oh, I might take this as just a 1 hour 5-minute Jan entry at the. Ooh, I like that. So like Jan entry like this. No, targeting the RTH fill. Actually, you could probably target the LRLR and get away with it. So this is probably what I'll do, actually. So 1 hour for implied gap, 5-minute change in state, taking it as a Jan entry below 951. Stop loss kind of below the first percent for VI gap. Targeting this LRLR. What is this? 0.2? Now I gotta turn the light on again. Once again, you could just enter on this close. That's fine if you want to do that. I want better RR personally, so I'm gonna be patient. So why is this a 1 hour gap? Because well, it's a 4-hour gap, but also it's a 1 hour implied gap, right? I'm basically merging these two candles together, saying, yo, this is a 1 hour gap. Kind of just waiting for time and price to align here. But I do think probably the RTH gap at this point could be the draw on liquidity. How's the 15-minute look? So yeah, I'll probably take it like this. What do you guys think about this? Because we're below 7:30. We just manipulated the true week open. We took the data low. We're below midnight. But what if we go? I mean, it's always possible. What if we go lower, right? Like, what's the counter argument to this idea? What time is it? Oh, it's 10 a.m. I doubt it's not a reversal. I doubt it. It's 10 a.m. I mean, this is a typical Judas swing before expansion. 0.3. So the issue is I have to do 0.2 or 0.4. Oh man, I should have maybe just taken the 5-minute change in state. Oh my gosh. Should have just taken the 5-minute change in state, huh? I don't know. It's fine. Man, we're so gonna go run up to the LRLR now. This is just so obvious. Okay, this is where I gotta focus on just self-control because obviously I want to get filled or want to take a trade, but I can't force it. Maybe I will get some kind of trade here if we come down. Oh, we got Event Horizon there too. Alright. Here's the issue. I gotta do either 0.4 or 0.2. Oh, I guess I could do it in the middle. So 0.3. So I'm gonna have to figure out what the 0.3 risk is gonna be. Basically what I'm taking is I'm taking the 5-minute change in state, but entry is on a retrace. And it's below the true opens. I don't know, guys. Do you think it's a good idea or do you think it's a bad trade? What do you guys think? Alright, this is what I want to take. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to be emotionless. I'm going to let whatever happen, happen. So we have not tapped it yet. I'm going to put the orders in, like limit orders. 98. Oh, yeah. So it needs to be either 24 or 48. Oh my gosh. Okay. I can't take that trade because I can't do halfway in between. So I'm not taking it because it needs to be either one or the other. Or maybe I could just take this as a 2022 model to the upside. Yeah, look, see that reaction. So that's a 5-minute BPR. Okay, I guess if we induce this low one more time. Man, that was gonna be my entry. That was gonna be my entry. I just didn't. I didn't take it because the risk was not there. Oh my gosh! No way! No way! I didn't take it because the risk wasn't there. I didn't take it because the risk. That actually kind of makes me mad. Maybe we'll induce the low one more time. Maybe. Alright, if we induce the low one more time, I'm going to go in with 2. So 0.4, so 48. So let's look to see if we get this here. Oh, we might actually get it. Alright, you guys see the trade I'm trying to take. You guys know what I'm doing, right? If basically, right, we got a 5-minute change in state off a 1-hour gap. So that's the regular entry. I'm taking this on a retrace. So this is a Jan entry. And then I'm targeting the LLR. And it's below both the true opens. Because guys, normally, you have to understand, normally the trade is like this, right? All I'm doing is taking the same trade, but I'm taking it with better RR when we induce this low. So that's what I'm doing. So we'll see if we get it. And then stop. I'm having this right here. And I can go break even, hopefully. And I'm going to be completely emotionless. I'm just going to accept whatever happens and
order filled.
It'll be okay.
Order filled.
Order filled.
And so if we come up to this high, I'll go break even. Completely emotionless. If it stops me out, then fine. It's just I'm trying my best. That's all I can do. Complete emotionless. Yeah, I'm trying. You're right. Complete emotionless. Complete emotionless. Stop, Gary. Hey, I'm trying my best, bro. Completely emotionless. That's the plan here. So break even. Honestly, you could go break even right here, even. Well, if we fill the RTH gap, I'm gonna trail to here. That looks like a bearish 2022 model. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like a bearish 2022 model to the downside. Like sweep, break of structure for value gap. So might just be offside here, I guess. Yeah, it's a bearish 2022 model. I'm gonna get out.
Order filled.
Order filled. Order filled.
I mean, look at, obviously this is a bearish 2022 model. Right, we swept out the high, we broke the low. Now we're getting change in state out of it. See how we took the true opens? How we came to equilibrium. First presented for value gap right here. First strike right here. Alright, we're getting first strike here to the upside. Or maybe we'll need to get it to the downside, because remember, it's a 2022 model. Okay, I'm going to take first strike to the downside if we get it. but I'm only using the rest of the stop loss that I have left. If that makes sense. It's hard to explain. I'm pattern trading now. Okay, I think we'll get first strike to the upside. Okay, I'm gonna prepare to take this if we get it. Did we get it? I can't tell. Well, I'm gonna wait for more obvious close. If what I'm gonna do is with the so it's saying 0.6. I'm really only doing 0.4 because that's all the stop loss I have left. If we get this change in state, I'm in. I'm gonna wait for an more obvious one. So we haven't gotten it yet. I think there's got to be much more liquidity to the upside, don't you think, guys? All right, let's just chill. I didn't see an obvious change in state. I feel like there's got to be so much more liquidity to the upside here. This is looking like a 2022 gap, possibly. All right, I'm going to chill out. But yeah, you guys get what I'm saying about I'm going to use the rest of the stop loss I have left for the rest of for the next trade cuz I got out using only about a third. So I still have like 2/3 of the stop loss left. All right, so we just got a really nice one to the downside. And it's pretty obvious. So I'm going to short if we retest it. Let's see if we do. Dang it. Dang it. Oh my gosh. I should have entered maybe on the close. We might still get it. Yeah, it looks like we'll still get it. Okay, we'll still get it. Maybe. And I'm just going to target 4 projections to the downside. If we do get it. I'm just going to put that sell limit in. I'm going to put this sell limit in. And have them do the work for me. And then I'll market sell on Top Step. I'm watching it, see if we tap it. Look at this. We manipulated 922, 1013. Remember the 2022 model was like perfectly like both of them. The sell was both above both true opens there. All right. You could even target 8 projections to the downside if you really wanted to. I'm not going to do that. Because obviously higher time frame is super bearish. So you guys already know that I'm entering it.
Order filled.
Order filled.
So I will go break even at that low because why would I not? I think that's just common sense. So if this hits break even, okay. So I'm going to go break even.
Order filled.
Stop filled.
Alright. Alright. I'm gonna go. Oh, I forgot to go on the 2-minute walk after that other trade. Whatever, guys. I basically a break-even day, so I'm gonna be done. Well, we might actually still go lower here, but I'm not gonna entertain it. I'm just gonna go on the walk and then just, yeah, accept the trades I took and be done, honestly. So, because guess what? In the long run, that's what's gonna matter. So. Alright, so not gonna lie, guys. I probably wasn't supposed to do that. Probably was not supposed to use the rest of my stop loss on a second trade. So, yeah, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm just being realistic. Like, once I take that one loss, even if it's a half size loss, I should be done. So, yeah, no more using the rest of my stop loss on a second trade. I just wrote this down. Even if it's a half loss, I'm gonna be done. Just because I know what's gonna lead to my success in the long term, right? It's not doing that. So, yeah, kind of messed that up. But you know what? It's a new lesson. It's a new thing that I've learned. So I don't care. I am accepting of it, and I know that I'm gonna keep getting better and keep learning. Now, what might actually happen here is this one might actually be the one that ends up playing out. And this one's a little nicer, honestly. Actually, I really like this. Nah, I gotta be done. I mean, yeah, this looks nice, honestly. So same concept, right? Now we got 15-second change in state out of this. I'm not taking it. Let's see if this ends up playing out or not. It might not be that obvious, honestly. It's possible it's just not obvious. Yeah, it's actually, now that I look at it again, this really isn't that obvious at all. But yeah, I learned exactly, BLJ. So yeah, now I'm not doing that again. Like, I'm not gonna use the rest of my stop loss on a second trade. Like, if it's a loss, if it shows up as a red trade, I'm done. I'm not doing another trade for the day, even if it's a half loss. I just think, for the sake of long term and consistency and discipline wise, like, if I only give myself that one shot a day, that's going to give myself the best chance of success in the long run. I mean, it's not one shot a day, because if I hit that break even or win, I'm still rolling. I'm not dead for the day. You know what I'm saying? But once I take any kind of loss, I think I'm going to be done for the day, and that's just how I see myself succeeding. So, I mean, everyone's different. Maybe you're 2 losses for the day, and that's cool. But I just know, like, for me, probably I just need to have 1 loss for the day, and I should not have used the rest of my stop loss. Like, I should not have done that. It's hard, man. It's hard to... It's like a unique situation that hadn't happened before, and so I didn't know. But now I know. I'm not doing that again. So... one day at a time, guys. And you can see price action did just kind of just completely slow down here, so that's okay. And I know Gary was like, yo, what's the higher time frame bias? Here's the thing, Gary. We formed an RTH gap to the upside as well, so I thought it was okay and somewhat reasonable to possibly expect us to go fill it. So anyway, I'll continue tape reading for the rest of the session. I'm trying to have more of a positive mindset after the day's over, whether it's a loss, win, or break even. I'm trying to not be in a depressive mindset whether I take wins, losses, break evens, because at the end of the day, like, if I want long term success, I gotta stop with that. Because then I go to work all depressed and like all this stuff, and it's like, guys, you gotta just be able to just, I don't know, be content with where you're at in your trading journey. For me, it's still a process, but yeah, I mean, we're definitely interacting with this first percent value gap in a whole bunch of different ways. So if I do take anything else, guys, it'll be a tape read. Right? But I appreciate all you guys being here and all you guys' support. It means a lot. So yeah, now we inverse this gap. But yeah, this was not obvious to the downside at all. So it's okay. It is okay. We live, we learn. Yeah, I thought this 2022 model was gonna do more, honestly. I thought we were gonna go lower off of this. Hey, look at that. Look at that GB range right there on the 15-second. Yeah, basically a break-even day for me. And that's okay. Thank you, BLJ. I appreciate you, bro. But look at this 2022 model on the 15-second. It's kind of cool. Sweep. And then reclaimed gap here. I know it's not like, it doesn't look like a gap, but it's a gap, right? You combine these two candles. If you combine these two candles, it's a gap. Anyway. Alright, yeah, no more using the rest of my stop loss on a second trade. Bro, man, that cracks me up. Why did I think that was okay, bro? That's a whatever. We just move on. I'm gonna get some water and then I'll journal and then I'll be done. Sorry, I was just writing down a note because I get ideas and then I want to implement them. So okay. Um. All right, which trade should we review first? I guess let's do the higher time frame one first. So, we had a 1 hour implied for value gap right here with the true week open, right? So then what happens next? We swept the data low. We had an RTH gap above. And then we got a 5-minute change in state. With the RTH gap and the low resistance highs above, thought maybe the market would expand aggressively up there. Right? Clearly you can see that eventually these would be likely to turn lower resistance. So we were below 730. We were below 922. I'm not going to get out the 22-minute true open. Yeah, I thought maybe that five-minute change in state would be enough to deliver us higher. Let's actually get out 922 because it wasn't, or the other one, 951. I took both trades. One was a 1/3 size loss. And I should have been done because I wasn't supposed to take another trade, and then I did end up taking it. I said I'm gonna use the rest of my stop loss, the other 2/3, and then in hindsight now I'm listening to myself say that, and I'm like, no, bro, that's stupid. I'm not ever doing that again. New rule. Can't use the rest of my stop loss on a second trade. Once I take the loss, even if it's a half size loss, I'm gonna be done. So, but yeah, I took this. As always, I'm just trying to get better, and it's way, way harder to take trades live than it is to take them in back and review them in back testing, right? It just is. So, yeah, I did take this. We had the RTH gap above. We took out Monday midnight, or no, we took out Monday 18 o'clock. So I tried. So what happened is 5-minute change in state. I tried to long, and it was I instantly realized this was actually a 2022 model, and I got out early because I knew that was just not good at all. So anyway, I eventually took a short, and yeah. So this is, I did not get stopped out, right? I went like 1/3 stop loss. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, that's kind of what I did. And I'm gonna take some notes about this. I think this is a good learning opportunity. By the way, look at how the market perfectly hits each true open. It's like it remembers it, right? So 10:05. What was this? Is a flow state close dash J for JN entry. Or no, I guess I'll just call it a flow state JN entry. Let me think. Let's call it flow state close JN. And then I'll log the other one as well. No, dang it. It's okay, man. We'll journal it. We'll learn. Thursday. So like guys, you have no idea how bad I don't actually like journaling. Like I don't like this I love backtesting. I hate journaling. But I gotta do it. So this was a 1/3 loss, right? Because remember when I saw the Bearish 2022 model, I was like, oh my gosh, holy, I'm offside. Yeah, I don't think that was a bad decision to do that. I think that was correct because, yeah, that Bearish 2022 model was we perfectly came above both the true opens into that into equilibrium, and I don't think it was a bad idea to do that. So I already saved this. I'm just trying to figure out the notation I want to do for this because it gets kind of confusing when I. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But, yeah. That's awesome, Javier. Um, I'm just gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call it flow state close and then dash J. Yeah, and then anytime it's a flow state inducement, I'm gonna do flow state retest dash I. Okay, I figured, or brackets I. Okay, I figured it out. I figured out the notation. Yeah, so. Alright, I guess write some notes about this. So. Okay. What notes do I have about this trade? Let's just look at it for a second. What is there to say about this trade? Well, first of all, I don't like the way we sweep and we close lower. Maybe should have given more consideration into that. But at the time, I didn't see this close because 10 o'clock hadn't closed yet. And so it's like a tricky little situation where it's like, well, obviously if I'd seen Minley giving out callouts. Obviously if I'd seen that this closure looked like that, I probably would not like this as much. But unfortunately it's kind of hard for me to see that in the moment. So I think I don't think it was terrible. Like I'm trying to think of how to explain my thoughts right now. I'm trying to get them together. Like it's unfortunate because we got this displacement leg when I got filled. I didn't know that this was gonna break and create a fair value gap because that changed everything. I think the key, honestly, guys, in this situation is it feels like I almost created this trade when it wasn't there. And the best trades are not gonna need to be created, right? They'll just show up. So I think that's what I'll say is nothing inherently awful about this trade, but it was especially in the moment. So especially in the moment, but in hindsight, as I was getting filled, we actually broke structure and created a fair value gap to the downside, which was not something I could see in the moment. I think the key here is all ties back to not creating trades that aren't there, and really be patient and wait for the obvious ones to come to you. Because after this occurred, we got a beautiful 2022 model to the downside that took both true opens, and that one basically, I'm trying to think of the word, that one was way more obvious than the trade. Yeah, so once again, it was not terrible, but I more or less created it when the trade. I mean, it could have worked, but the ones that are going to work. Here, I'm gonna write this at the very end. Once again, this trade could have worked, but the ones that are going to work with an incredibly high certainty, they will come to you. You won't need to create them. I don't know if that makes sense, but it feels just like I created the trade. Like I was trying to like analyze the chart and giving me a trade, and that's an issue that I have. That happens a lot. But it's not easy to not do that. So I think this was gonna be like 3R, and then 3R. 1009. Actually, you know what else too? We tapped that candle. How many points do you typically aim for? How many points? I don't aim for points. The points are irrelevant because it's all RR. I already did the calculation of the risk, and I risk the same dollar amount per trade. So because of that, it doesn't matter what the points are because I already did the calculation on the stop loss for how much to risk in dollars. I never think about the market in points. $300? I don't risk $300 per trade. I don't even. Yeah, no, that's way too much. So on the man, this is tricky because like I want to give post trade approval. Oh, this is so hard because I want to give post trade approval, but also neither trade was obvious enough. But I hate being the guy that doesn't give post trade approval. I don't know. Let's look at the other one. It's almost 11:10, so I should get off the chart. Honestly, I will say it doesn't really look like this was actually an interaction with the first presented for value gap. It almost looks like it's not even respecting it at all. Like it's just kind of the lows respected it. The highs are off over there. I just don't know. And this sucks because I always get so tired after journaling. Yeah, guys, I don't know why I'm so tired. I always get so tired after every time I take any trade. Yeah, I hit the gym before. It's just, yeah. I need to do. I've been missing it previously, and I think I just got to get more consistent with it. So I went break even right there, which Wow, that saved me. That saved me. Like, yeah, that just saved me. Objectively, going break even here saved me big time. So, anyway. Honestly, I don't feel like it's even valid um, because this was not interacting with the first presented for value gap. The lows were, but not the highs. So honestly, I don't even know if it's valid. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This trade was weird because it was not obvious enough the market was even interacting with the first presented for value gap. Because of that alone, that was reason to not take it. It was not an obvious enough of a first strike. And because of that, I should not have taken it. I hate to be that guy, but I'm not gonna prove them. Well, no, that's actually fine. I think I tried my best. They weren't obvious. I just took like a 1/3 size loss and a break even. Dang, bro. Good job. I can't decide whether this gets post trade approval or not. I just don't think it was obvious enough. You could try to look at sessions on type of ICG. I do look at sessions. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. I don't understand. Man, it was even at a 369 time. It was at 10:27. Dang. I don't know. I feel like both trades were fine, honestly. And honestly, the trade from yesterday was probably fine too. I don't even remember it. Oh. No, that one was not fine. That one sucked. But the other two from today I think were fine, but not taking them again. This one was bad. This one. There was actual logic behind it. They just weren't perfect. But this one was just bad. $10.27. Alright. Well, I learned something today. I learned how to manage a half-size loss. If I take a half-size loss in the future, I'm not going to take another trade. I will be done for the day. Because, yeah, I want to, once I take that one loss, I want to be done. So that's something I learned today. Happy about that. Alright. No one knows if TJ lost or won. Yeah, maybe he's just not gonna say. He probably lost, bro. Just being real, he probably lost. He probably lost. I don't really know what you mean by session activity because Meta's down 12.4%. That's crazy. That's crazy. This might be the top. It's possible. Oh yeah. He had to have lost. He's probably not wanting to post the or the video. Is S&R BOS trendline enough? Actually, you know what? Most people will probably like disagree with me, but I'd say like you could probably trade trend lines. Like you probably can. Like I'm not a trend line hater. I actually think trend lines. You just have to understand what context they work within and what context they don't work within. Trend lines, they represent something real in the market. They represent stop losses. Because of that, you can actually trade trend lines, whether they're high resistant or low resistant. You can trade them either way. So you could trade a trend line. If it's high resistant, you want to be shorting or trading against it. If it's low resistant, you want to trade through it. So trading trend lines, yes, I think it's valid. Trading trend lines is so valid. Same with support and resistance and that kind of stuff. Like the trend line acting as support and resistance, it's going to be valid under the right context. Under the right context. So yeah, most people might hate that or not like it. It's valid because it represents something real. It represents the above those trend lines is going to be stop losses, but until it's ready to go run them, it's going to be generating that trend line. So yeah, most people might not agree with me, but just that's how I see it. Okay, so what trades were these? Flow state close. This is only like minus 70, not a full size loss. Oh, I don't have the image in here yet. That's why Tori Trades is, has her following and is successful. She doesn't need anything complicated other than trend. She just needs to understand trend lines, which they work because it represents something real, it represents liquidity. That's why trend lines work. Wait, why'd you say Jake, Kirk? Wait, Kirk, why'd you say Jake? Are you upset that I like trend lines? I like trend lines. They're good. Trend lines are good. They're real. They represent stop losses. I need a new way to notate this because I can't keep doing. I'm gonna do it like this: flow state close and then flow state close if it's a Jan entry on a close. I'm gonna have it like that. I'm gonna do flow state retest, and then if it's an inducement on a retest, I'm gonna do in brackets I. That's how I'm gonna do it. That's the new notation. It makes sense to me. That's what matters. You signing up for TGR's upcoming mentorship in November? I mean, his boot camp is free. I don't know why anyone would ever get the mentorship because you could just watch his boot camp for free. Almost done with this, guys. Bro, it did not save it. I gotta make a new type. I can't read all that right now. Alright. So this was a Jan entry on a flow state close. Alright, we almost done. We almost done here. We're almost done. And then and then what's the next one? As a break even, first strike. Alright. Well, not a perfect day today. I don't have any regret about the trades. I don't think that they were perfect. I think that I messed up with the first one for value up trade because, well, we weren't even really interacting with it. And it just was not obvious enough. The other one, I messed up because, well, it was just not obvious enough. It was just like I made the trade when it wasn't there. I just got to work on not doing that. So I should have been more patient today. It's hard, man. It's hard. Okay, first strike, 0. it's just something I'm gonna keep working on. Just keep getting better. Yeah, I'm gonna keep getting better. So. There we go. And now I'm basically done. Even from Japan. Kirk, you're a funny guy. Bro, I should have traded Vol Model today, Kirk. I actually think today's trade of the day was probably Vol Model. I think today's trade of the day was probably Vol Model, bro. Kirk, were you here when I was talking about this? Did you see this Vol Model? Kirk, did you see this Vol Model, bro? We had an inducement into the high resistant liquidity above the true opens. Is that not awesome? Kirk, is this Vol Model is 100% a thing. You basically find a high resistant trend line against the drawn liquidity. You wait for true opens to form, and then you induce a high to go target the real drawn liquidity. That's easy, bro. Vol Model is easy. Vol Model is actually probably really good. Like, I'm being so serious. Like, we need to backtest it more often, dude. It's probably pretty nice. It just makes sense. Like, you're buying out when people are thinking it's gonna break out, and then you're trading their stop losses. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice, honestly. Okay, I think we're good now. I think I did everything for today. Let's see. Yeah, I think we are good. I think we're good to go. Did I post it? Yeah, I posted it on Twitter. Everyone go like my post on Twitter, even though the losses looked totally embarrassing. Once again, I don't give a crap. Like, it's all a learning process. So, anyway, guys, we should be good. Thank you guys so much. Yes, we should code indicators. I'm gonna be doing some coding live streams maybe this weekend. We'll see, but that would be kind of cool to do some coding live streams. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And where's the full screen? And I will see you guys in the next one.